Join button is now available. Go check it out, guys. Exclusive content for members only.
Take a seat.
Outrageous. It's unfair.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Now here's something I want to talk to you guys about. In The Force Awakens, we've seen that scene where we're introduced to Rey on Jakku and a bit about what her daily life is like. In one of the scenes near her home, she sits outside of the AT-AT walker and dons the helmet of an old rebellion fighter. Many have speculated that it's an old pod racer helmet from the Phantom Menace, while others say it is indeed a rebel helmet. Now the helmet has the rebellion symbol on it, ruling out that it's a pod racer's. Now if we check the inscription on the side, and this is pretty much what the whole video is about, it's in Arabic. Let's take the lettering and track the symbols. It spells out Rey. In the Force Awakens visual guide, the helmet is identified as Captain Dosmet Rey. Now if we examine Rey's survival guide, she actually writes about the helmet and the pilot. I have an old rebel helmet I've kept around, one of the first things I ever found scrounging the graveyard. The name on it says Captain Dosmet Rey of the Tirfon Yellow Aces. When I was a kid, I liked to make up stories about Captain Rey, about who she was and what planet she might have come from. That sounds a lot like herself, so obviously she doesn't know who she is or what her name was or where she came from, and so these speculations that she has about this pilot that she doesn't know about are also reflected on herself. Now also in the guide, she draws the X-Wing that came with it and notes that the ejector seat was fired, along with a missing canopy that was removed before the crash landing. She knew the pilot's name was Rey. I really don't think it's a very far-fetched theory that she just took this name after being abandoned as a child and perhaps not knowing or remembering her name or where she came from, if she were even given one, and called herself Rey. While this doesn't reveal her actual name, of course, well, because we're gonna have to wait until episode 9 to know, hopefully, it does eliminate something we didn't think was a possibility, that the name isn't even what we're led to believe this entire time. Why wouldn't she have a name? It must be because she's important, and if anyone knew her actual name, her life would be in danger. Now, there are several different theories floating around on the internet, or actually more than several. And one of them that's never really talked about is that Palpatine actually had an observatory, a very heavily guarded one on Jakku. And this one was primarily for his contingency plan. Now, to quickly state, the contingency plan was basically a plan devised by Palpatine to ensure the Galactic Empire would not outlive him, while simultaneously ensuring the Empire's rebirth. And he visited the planet around the time of the Phantom Menace. The other theory is that she's the love child of Han Solo and Kira, but that would mean that they would have had to have her around the time of Return of the Jedi. It's possible if Lucasfilm writes that, but hey, who knows for sure. Now, going back to the point of Palpatine's laboratory that was heavily guarded, it's possible that he was doing something that we haven't known about, and this would tie the prequels in very heavily. So, I know that JJ has said that he's going to be tying in the prequels a lot into the final chapter of the Skywalker saga. I guess only it's a matter of time before we know for sure. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Rey is her actual name, or do you think it's just an alias until we actually find out in episode 9? Maybe she's a Kenobi, maybe she's a Skywalker, maybe she's a clone of Anakin, or something like that. Something that Palpatine did right before Return of the Jedi ended, or before his death. Lots of theories to be thought of here. We're getting really close to the theater booking. It's just another day now until we know for sure about the theater booking, so sit tight. I know it's been a bit of a long ride here, but we're coming down to the wire, guys. So let me know if you're going to be there out in LA, where I'm going to have the theater booking, and I'd love to see you all. I think it's going to be a really good turnout. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.